Do you tend to beat yourself up about mistakes and poor decisions that you keep on making? If so, you're perpetuating a downward spiral, because the more you do that, the more you arise guilt and shame, and the more you're likely to repeat the same kind of mistakes over and over again. There is a famous story about a Tibetan master whose name was Milarepa. In his youth, he was tricked out of his inheritance and terribly mistreated by his uncle. So in search of revenge, he went on to study magic from a famous magician who lived out in wilderness. And upon mastering the skills, he came back and he annihilated not only his uncle, but all of those around him who supported him. Now, eventually he realized what he had done, and he realized that he's going to suffer greatly for killing so many people. So, struck by this realization, he went to search for a lama who could teach him how to purify his karma and how to master himself and attain liberation. So, of course, he did find a teacher whose name was Marpa, and who put him through a great many ordeals. And Milarepa did in fact reach enlightenment. So Milarepa is a great inspiration for all of us, not only because he did in fact reach enlightenment in a single lifetime, something that takes much longer in fact, but in spite of the fact that his errors were so and transgressions were so great, that did not stop him in quickly kind of making the leap. In fact, the magnitude of his previous error caused him to generate a force of great regret and a sense of urgency, which actually led him to dedicate himself to the spiritual path with greater zeal. So the lesson here is not to suffer and condemn ourselves for our mistakes, but rather to transform them into a fuel to help ourselves grow and become better humans and more skillful practitioners. So this is basically alchemy, transmutation of that which we consider abhorrent, vile, and impure into the fuel for our liberation, our inner freedom.